I'm James Spann. This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video for Tuesday, the 3rd of August. It's hot outside. Wow. Haven't talked about that in a long time, have we? Some heavy storms in spots and tropics. Usual stuff to talk about today. Let's get right to it. We'll start with the Skycam network. First off, coming from Birmingham. Those developing cumulus clouds swelling up in the summer heat. Got a few healthy storms. In fact, I drove through a pretty good shower near the River Chase Galleria coming into work a little earlier this afternoon. Very heavy rain in that spot. Up in the Tennessee Valley, that's the Decatur Skycam overlooking the Tennessee River. And again, you can see those towering cumulus clouds there. And the Gulf Shore Skycam. Look at the yellow flag. That means you can go swimming again. The swimming advisory has been lifted with the oil capped off, the leak, and that's a good thing. Well, there's the water vapor satellite shot. Nothing new. Got the heat bubble all across the deep south. The stronger storms are on the northern periphery of that thing. We'll check the actual observations at 500 millibars and look at the heights. And I tell you what, they're kind of peaking right around here. At 597 is the observation for Birmingham, Jackson, Slidell. And look at that. The height of 500 millibar pressure, 6,000 meters at Eglin Air Force Base. That's as high as it ever gets. And again, the temperature there is -3 over us, -2 over at Jackson. And yeah, it's hot. Come on now. Temperatures, these are, by the way, at 1 o'clock, already in the triple digits over parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, and the Mississippi Delta. And, of course, 90s elsewhere. There's a look at our numbers at 1 o'clock. 97 for Tuscaloosa and Birmingham. And like yesterday, the cooler values, and cooler relatively speaking, on the eastern side of the state. You got low 90s for Gadsden, Anniston, and Alexander City. And no doubt the hotter values will be near the Mississippi border today. Check the instability. Ooh, boy, 5,500 joules. Wow. Imagine having that in the spring with dynamics. That's over western Tennessee where it's so hot. Around here, the instabilities are 2,000 to 3,000 joules, and sure enough, we've got some storms. That's the radar at 137. You can see pretty heavy downpours out there over some of the western suburbs of Birmingham, also to the north, and we'll see those flaring in scattered spots all afternoon. Like recent days, they will not move much. The rain will be heavy underneath them. Gobs of very dangerous and sharp lightning. But you cool down. You go from the 90s to the upper 70s for a brief time, and that's good. There's the convective outlook today. We note the low-end 5% probabilities over South Alabama. That's due to some differential heating down there. The main slight risk is up north. And the QPF chart, rain for the next 5 days. This is suggesting rainfall amounts of about 1 inch, 1.5 inches here. And this is valid through Sunday morning at 7 o'clock. And again, we do expect an overall increase in the number of scattered showers and storms beginning really Thursday on into Friday and possibly Saturday, with the heat ridge breaking down a little bit and a surface boundary approaching from the north. And we'll take that. Tropical weather. Colin is out there in the middle of the Atlantic. That little wave in the Caribbean bears watching. I know it's only got a 20% chance of developing down there, but that thing might want to survive and come across the Yucatan, wind up down there in the southwestern Gulf. We'll keep an eye on that. There's a closer look at Colin. Not a lot of change since earlier today. It's a minimal tropical storm out there around 52 west and 15 north. Modeling not changing much. A bend toward the pole in response to a trough over the east coast begins in about 96 hours. And all the models pretty much agree with that, and the Hurricane Center track is identical. It's a little slower on this latest update. It's got the thing 8 o'clock Sunday morning between the Bahamas and Bermuda. And understand now, it is not a lock that this thing recurves. I stress that climatologically speaking, many systems there will recurve, not affecting the United States, but I can't rule out the chance of a ridge rebuilding north of that thing, pushing it back over toward the coast. So I understand it's way too early to call on that. Intensity schemes, models a little more aggressive. We've got a handful of models want to bring this thing up to hurricane strength down the line, Category 1. Most of them maintain this as a tropical storm, and the Hurricane Center does as well. The problem in the short term, you got that 40 knots of shear it'll be encountering up there north of Puerto Rico. And but once it clears that, then there could be a better environment for strengthening in through there. So we'll watch that, but again, it's not a Gulf of Mexico issue. We'll check the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid at 1 o'clock tomorrow, 1 o'clock on Wednesday. 594, that old heat bubble circle, all the way from almost Phoenix to Asheville, North Carolina. So same deal, probably upper 90s tomorrow. The hotter values on the western side of the state. Thursday, the heat ridge begins to break down, thank goodness. Not that it's going to be a dramatic change, but numbers will creep down toward the mid-90s. And down below that, the moisture pool looks pretty good, so there should be an increase in the number of showers and storms. And Friday, same deal, got a surface boundary kind of knocking on the door from the north, adding some low-level convergence. So Thursday and Friday, the overall coverage of showers and storms going up, heat levels coming down a little bit. And the front just runs out of gas. There's Saturday, and the front is up there near the Tennessee border. So that looks like a fairly routine, hot, early August day, low to mid-90s. A chance of a storm in spots. And Sunday, the heat bubble begins to rebuild, though. That's a problem. It kind of comes back. Here's Sunday at the surface. Again, there could be a few scattered storms out there. Monday, yeah, it's back. Go back to the mid to upper 90s. Tuesday, it's there, just north of us. Let's go out there in mid-month, the 19th of August. The height's not as extreme. Of course, the main jet is to the north, and down below that, pretty quiet. We note some evidence of a surface low down there in the Bay of Campeche. And I got a funny feeling the tropics might be pretty active out there at mid-month. We'll be watching. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.